In this video we are going to discuss a program to count number of digits in a given number. So this is the application of loops. In previous videos we have studied loops, and this is the application, one of the application of loop, that how to count number of digits in a given number. So first let us try to understand what this program means. That if my user enters a number 3847, then what output he will get? He will get 4, because the number of digits in this given number is nothing but 4. And if the user enter 48,584 as input, as n value, then he will get 5 as an input. So in this program also we will be using the same concept which we have used in reversing a number, that we'll use modulus operator and divide operator to we will use both of them to count number of digits in a given number. So let us first take example, that if my user enters number equal to 3000 3847, then what will we do? We will first find its modulus operator, and we know that whenever we apply modulus operator by 10 to this number, this will result me the unit digit. That means the digit which is at last, that means 7. So now I will get, let me replace this by r. As a reminder, I will get 7, and whenever I get a number, I will increase the value of another variable count by 1, because by doing this I am getting one number. That means I am assuring that there is one number present in my, one digit present in my number. So I will increase the value of count. I will increase the value of count. After this step, I will reduce my value of n by 10. By this I will get 384. Another time, what I will do, I will perform the same calculation. R is equal to n modulo 10. By doing this, I will get 4 as the value, and now I will increase the value of my count. I'm just showing you that how our program will execute. We are going to do this with an help of while loop, because when we know that whenever we have to perform certain calculation multiple times, we use while loop or for loop. In this case I'm going to use while loop, so you can get to know that here I am doing two calculation multiple times. That means the modulo operator and divide operator I am writing multiple times. Until when we have to write, let us see that after this I have increased the value of count, and first what I will do next, I will reduce the value of n is equal to n divided by 10. By doing this I will get 38, because we know that whenever we apply divide operator we get number except the unit digit. And after this, another time I will apply the modulo operator, n modulo 10. By doing this I will get 8 as a number, and I will increase the value of count by 1. By increasing the value of count, we are assuring that this must be the number of digits in our given number. Whenever count value increase, whenever the count value increase, we get surety that this much amount of number will be present in our given number. And now what is the next step? By reducing the value of n. By doing this I will get 3, because we have initially the value of 38, and when we apply divide operator we'll get 3. And next, r is equal to n modulo 10. By doing this we'll get, because n value is 0, and when 3 modulo 10, we'll get 3 as a number, and increase the value of count by 1. And next step will be again reducing the number, n is equal to n divided by 10. And when we perform this, we get 0 as a number, because when 3 divided by 10, no, we have 3 as a value. When 3 divided by 10, we get 0. So when we get 0, we have to stop, because my n value now become 0. So if I apply 0 modulo 10 in the next step, I will going to get 0 only. So you can see that how much time we have increased the value of count variable. You can see that we have increased 4 times the value of count, and if I initialize the value of count by 0 at the time of declaration only, then after executing this, my count variable will have a number equal to 0, and which is nothing but number of digits present in the given number. If I apply same concept in this number, then I have to increase the value of count 5 times, which shows that the number which is entered by user contain 5 digits. So this is the concept of using divide operator and module operator and divide operator, and we are going to use this in while loop. So let us code this program. First I will include the header file, that is hash include stdio dot h, and then main function. First I will create a variable n to store the value, and next I value for the iteration purpose, and then count value. I will initialize the value of count by 0. First I will instruct to my user to enter a number, and by using scanf I will get the number from the user. The next step will be applying the for while loop. We will run our while loop until our n value is not become equal to 0. So we have to use the condition, we have to check the condition until n value not get equal to 0, because at certain point of time our n value will going to be 0, and at this point we have to stop our execution. So inside the while loop, what I will do, I will find first reminder r is equal to n modulo 10, and whenever I find this, I will increase my count value by 1, and after this I will reduce my n value by applying the divide operator. And then when this execution ends and n value get equal to 0 and this condition become false, after the while loop I will print the value of count %d comma count. Here I have to declare another variable which is r to store the reminder, and if I run this program now, here I have applied 2 angle brackets, enter a number, let me add 3847 as a number, and I am getting 4 as the output, which is nothing but number of digits. And if I use another test case, if I apply 54,677, then I am getting 5 as a number. So you can easily see that how execution is done in such type of problems, that first we find the reminder, and by getting the reminder we get that assurity that our number have definitely one number, so we'll increase the value of count one time, and until we get this assurity that r is not equal to 0, we'll increase the value of count. And when we get the assurity that r is not equal to 0, until our n become equal to 0, because when n become equal to 0, then only this condition will give 0 as the output, because by applying 0 modulo 10 only we'll get 0 as output. Otherwise in all case, if we have 1, 2, 3, any number will get different output, but we get 0 when our n value become equal to 0. That is why we have used this condition n not equal to 0. So this is it for now. Thank you for watching.